for this day to happen. To my loved Superintendent, Dr. Marilu Bilidumo. Ma'am, of course, to our Schools Division Superintendent of Dinagat Islands. I do not call her the former Schools Division Superintendent because she's really the SDS of Dinagat. Right? For almost 2 years. Dr. Felisa Daranjo. To our ASDS, Sir Sigundino Madhos Jr. My kapamilya, I do not call you former kapamilya because to me, kapamilya is forever. My teammates from Butuan City, the CID Chief, Dr. Maria Daina Abalos, with her team from the CID. Ma'am Dins, thank you. The SGOD Chief, hi Ma'am Ana, Dr. Ana Pilasco, and the team. Our education program supervisors, PSDSS in attendance, our section heads, and other staff. Your presence today means a lot to me. It only manifests your love and support to me. This is my first time that I have this kapamilya sending off because when I went out of Bayugan City Division going to the regional office, I was not sent by anyone else. Not even one. I went to the regional office alone. And from the regional office to the division of Butuan City, I also went to the office alone. I even drive my own car and the guard did not recognize me as their OIC ASDS then. The guard was asking, where is the ASDS? Because his stereotype is the SDS and ASDSS will be driven by a certain driver. This time, I'm so happy that my kapamilya in Butuan City sent me off here. Murag lang giredi good no, ginahinay gid na kondisyon ang akong kasing-kasing. Kaya nga wala gid diretso ni dito sa Dinagat. Kay basing gid siguro makahilak ko, no? Dili sa gid kong hilak kay maningkamot ko kasi Ma'am Pele wag ni hilak, no? To my Dinagat Islands Division family, my new family, you are an addition to my family members. My family is now becoming bigger and bigger. Our education program supervisors, PSDSS, section heads, I do not call your names one by one because we have still more time to know each other. Of course, our frontliners, the school heads. The CID Chief, Dr. Lope Papilleras. Sir Lope, I know, sige na ni Kuyukuyuk, Sir Lope, many times, no? More so, the SGOD Chief, Dr. Mila Hiraldino, who is on leave, but represented by also a very good friend, the OIC Chief, Sir Gregorio Domangas. With the presence of our guests, no, from PPSTA, Sir Abilino Arabe, and the GSP representative. To everyone, I'm very happy to accept the responsibility as your new OIC SDS. Before I will start with the prepared, of course, I also prepared a speech, no, so that I will not be misguided kasi kung minsan nawawala ako sa sarili kapag ako ay nakahawak ng microphone. No? Before I start with this prepared speech, which was actually prepared by Miss Loenda Guerta. No? I asked her help to translate my ideas into words. Because if my heart is so full, sometimes I'm out of words. So Ma'am Loenda, thank you for this. Later I'll be reading that. But before that, I would like to share my candid observations. Yung anak ang bubog ka himantayon. Kaya dako kayo kong mata, dako bangag akong ilong, dako dunggan, meaning dali na ako makadungog, makasimhot, o makakita. Ha? I would like all Dinagatnons to correct that I am not yet a doctor. I am a frustrated doctor. Why? Because I'm not an education graduate. I am a BS Zoology graduate from Mindanao State University. And I was supposed to take medicine then. However, because of some unavoidable circumstances, I happened to be in DepEd. And I realized it was God's perfect plan for me. So please do not address me doctor, ha? Kay it will hurt me. It will only remind me of my frustration. More so, I'm not a sese. I have passed the 4 stages already, but I do not have the resolution yet. Pero I tell you, hindi kayo magsisisi. Ni Manuel Caberte. Okay? I am like a turtle thrown into the ocean. Why? Because I love seas. I took Master of Science in Marine Science in UP Diliman. And I love swimming. I love the oceans. Maybe I will now train again because I am a scuba diver. So I might scuba dive in Dinagat. We will probably visit your diving sites. No? So God really is perfect. Why? He put me in Dinagat because this is the place I love to stay. Basi na ay nag-uol din na, ayun lang itawag. Kaya nalipay ko that God put me here in Dinagat because I know I love Dinagat. Because once I was in the regional office and I visited several times Dinagat. And all those experiences are all memorable to me. When the assistant superintendent earlier welcomed everyone, I was not welcome. I don't know, it was intentionally or it was just mistakenly. Probably he thought that I'm already in. That's why I don't need to be welcome. No? Pero siguro, na-overwhelm lang siguro si Sir June, no? But, of course, there was these others from Butuan. I'm one of those, no? Thank you, Ditaw. Kanang nakuratan ako nga, i-welcome ng tanan, hindi siguro ko welcome din sa diya. No! I insist, no? With your smiles? Are you faking? No. So thank you. Your smiles are more than the welcome. Thank you so much. So, I will now start. Introduction pala ito, no? Sorry kayo. Muna kung hindi ko basta makagulit ito mag-mic, no? Na nataktan ko ni Mama Lu. Si Mama Lu kita ginawa akong mentor. And I really have to say to you, no? One Butuan! Very good, good kayo. No? I will not make you feel kind of ganing frustrated that you fetch me here, no? Or you sent me here, I will promise to you, my kapamilya in Butuan, that you will be proud of me because I will do good in Dinagat Island. So, blessed day to all of us. No? I am pleased to be with you today to start new beginnings of stewardship. I am in awe of God's ways for directing me to this career path and for bringing me here in this province as your school's division superintendent to continue my pursuit of servant leadership. Dinagat is stronger than my personal convenience. Of course, because if I have to choose, I have to stay nearer Butuan. I thank the Lord for this mission and I resign myself to Him that I may be able to serve for His name and not for the glory that might come from being a leader. I owe this ardent commendation and sincerest gratefulness to the laudable leadership and management styles and inspiration of my dedicated mentors and colleagues in DepEd Caraga Region and DepEd Butuan City Division. To the genuine and influential regional directors, starting from R.D. Caberte, R.D. Iklar, R.D. Torno, R.D. Ramir, A.R.D. Ramir, R.D. Bringas, R.D. Pitalvero, and now R.D. Gemma. R.D. Gemma is so instrumental for my start as the OIC Schools Division Superintendent. And the assistant regional directors who shaped and transformed me to become an adaptive leader. To my receptive colleagues also of the Education Support Services Division in the regional office, when I worked with them as their chief, who carved significant experiences that strengthened my leadership and management skills, to the adaptable, charismatic, and empowering Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Butuan City Division, Dr. Marilu Pididumo, who trusted my capacity to take the lead and make decisions in my stint in Butuan as the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. I can hear complaints from other Assistant Schools Division Superintendent that they are not so empowered, but in Butuan, I can tell you, the mentoring and guidance of Superintendent Pidumo made me confident to lead you in Dinagat. I will always carry with me the heaps of meaningful leaderships, advices, ma'am, you shared to me. I am thankful for the opportunity to be your partner in troubleshooting issues and concerns and in advancing innovations to promote systems thinking in Butuan City. And I will now formally ask your permission, ma'am, that I will also bring with me some of those innovations in Dinagat. Thank you so much, ma'am. As what Mama Lo mentioned in her speech earlier, that we are one DepEd and we need to love one another and share resources. And I will declare that Butuan City and Dinagat Islands Division are twin divisions. Bahalag ka kay confirmation, ma'am. Basta I declare it with God's permission. To my colleagues in Butuan City Division, I am thankful for the chance of building affinity with you and for helping me create a collaborative and supportive working environment. Though short, I had many wonderful experiences with you, and I consider our fellowship memorable and valuable. Until next time, I'll be back. Now, abiding by the decision of the higher office, I am honored to accept this new journey of my career. Being the OIC Schools Division Superintendent of Dinagat Islands, with great passion and optimism for the entire Dinagat noon. This is the problem with technology, no? Okay. This transition, being assigned as the Schools Division Superintendent, could be one of the most important breakthroughs in my life as a public servant. This offers me vast opportunities to give my own best and to serve this division with humility and respect. In the last week of December, Dinagatnons were decimated by the fangs of Typhoon Odette. The school buildings and facilities were devastated, and many families suffered from the destructions it caused. I believe the aftermath caused the desolation to the most of the settlers of this province. However, we should not allow the negative thoughts and feelings creep within us. Let us train ourselves to have a positive mindset so that we can filter out the barrage and manage to survive from the traumatic situation. I know it was a traumatic experience when you had with Odette. As educators, nothing should stop us from the passion to serve. Not any pandemic nor typhoon could impede our aspirations and vision for our learners. I am positive we can rise again through our synergism and of course our strengthened partnership with our local government units, both provincial, municipal, and barangay level. And of course, with our legislative district partners and other important education stakeholders. I look forward towards an excellent professional working relationship where together we strive the best for our learners with our sustained deepest passion to serve and blazing spirit to collaborate. I envision to create a transparent and accountable governance with you. For now, allow me to introduce this initial direction I termed as Project PDI, which stands for People Development and Innovation. This is very easy to remember because your province is also called PDI, not Philippine Daily Inquirer, but Province of Dinagat Island. This is geared towards creating a well-designed and technologically driven system that is responsive to the needs of our school heads and teachers, most especially in this time of pandemic where we are having distance learning. The framework that I will be sharing to you during our next meetings will show that the learners, our beloved mga batang Dinagatnon, as the core of all the things that we are doing here in DepEd. And to achieve our vision for the heart of this plan, our learners, teachers have to exude their best potential. As, of course, influenced by the high-performing school heads. So I expect that the school heads should be developed in order to influence their teachers, such that if the teachers perform well, our learners will also perform better. The elements that will surround must be combined to realize our goal. That is to create a system for all schools and this division that will establish accessible and useful data in an online platform. Gone are the days nga may islahanon ta, dinagat nun, nga magpaulahin ta, no. Mauna ta kaysa butuan. Sorry, butuan ha. Okay. This electronic hub of data makes possible for educational researches to be undertaken and possible localized policies to be created. We already have a wide range of available data. I know you have a lot of data at hand. The problem is we need to analyze and utilize this data. No? Sayang kung di natin na magamit this data in the field and in the different offices. What we need to do is organize and put them in place where these data can be useful and create possible localized policies. I foresee this as the basis for finding ways to set everything at pace. I hope that through our concerted efforts, we'll be able to meet the needs of the learners and solve issues and address concerns in the easiest ways we can. Despite disruptions and challenges, let us be persistent in setting directions and creating new ideas in order to attain a quality service delivery. I am happy to serve DepEd Dinagat Islands Division.